Всем привет! Today I would like to tell you about words which are called the fake friends of interpreter. These are the words which sound similar in Russian and English, but actually have a different meaning. So let's begin. The first word is accurate. Accurate. In Russian, we have a word which sounds аккуратный. Аккуратный. But the meaning is not accurate. The meaning of аккуратный is careful. So, of course, while learning English, I had these problems too. So I saw some word and I thought that the meaning is the same as in Russian, but it wasn't like that. And that made me, of course, confused, and many people are confused with that. The next word, application. Application. The word in Russian we have is applicatsiya, which actually means not application but collage. The next word is artist. Which a person who can, for example, create pictures, but in Russian language we have absolutely the same word, artist. And by the way, if you watched previous video about the alphabet, you can notice that here, for example, letter T is written like that, like in print version, and here I wrote it like in handwriting version, so I'm sorry, but I can write them both, and that's why in video about alphabet I gave you sometimes two versions of writing, because I also can use different versions, so I'm sorry, but that's just my how to say it. I just got used to do this, and it's not so strict in Russian nowadays, so that's why, and it actually makes it even more complicated, but I'm so sorry for this. So, artist. Actually, that means performer. So you can't call a performer. You can't call a person who draws pictures artist in Russian. It's just a person who performs on stage, or at least in the cinema, but mostly it's about theater and stage performing. Next word, data. We have also data in Russian, but that means not data, that means date. So the date, I mean today's date, not the date you have with a girl, for example, or with a boy. So like today's date. This is word data. The next word, which broke my mind when I was at school, magazine. We also have magazine in Russian, but that doesn't mean English magazine. That actually means shop or store. The next word is pretend. Pretend. In Russian we have a verb which is претендовать. What? Look, here I used this here printed T and here handwritten. I'm sorry, I'm really sorry for that. So претендовать. I just need to check how it's in English actually. It's claim or apply for, so it's not pretend. The next word is principle. Principle. I was lucky because I watched Simpsons and I remember Principal Skinner from there, so I knew the right meaning. In Russian we have word principialny, which means principled, which actually quite similar with English. So I mean, these two words are similar in English too. But many people, of course, can think that principle is принципиальный, but it's not. The next word, I started writing in Russian, sorry. Кабинет. So, in Russian, we have word кабинет too, but it means, for example, study room or office room. Office room. Intelligent. In Russian we have word intelligent, and that means not intelligent, but that means so it's not about smart, being smart, it's about being, for example, cultural, well-bred, or well-educated. And I think we are run out of place, so I need to clean the border, sorry. Okay, so now let's use, for example, some different color. I prefer blue one. And what next? Let's take word sympathy. Sympathy. We have in Russian word sympatia, and this is not sympathy. That means, for example, attraction to someone. Attraction. And there are some jokes, many jokes about Russians abroad who send to their English-speaking friends some cards with a sympathy because they think that it's about attraction, but actually funeral postcards, and yeah, that's a bit, how to say it, awkward. The next word, fabric. We have word fabrika, which means factory. The next word, mark, and we have word marka, which is actually post stamp. Another word is marmalade. We have almost the same marmelade, but this is a different type of sweet. So yeah, this is not like a jam, but fruit jelly, or it can be small fruit jelly candies, like so different forms, small, big, squared, like gummy, how to say it, gummy bears, we also call it marmalade. The next word, morose. We have word mороз, very typical for Russia. It means frost. The next word, prospect. We have also word prospect, which means avenue. The word repetition. We have word repetiция, which means, I don't know how to read this word, rehearsal, I got no idea, I'm sorry. So I hope you understand what I mean. The next word, royal. We have word royal, and that doesn't mean anything about kings or something. This is a grand piano or concert piano. The next word, session. We have word сессия, and this is not about session with psychologist, for example, or something. This is just exam period for students. And I think the last word for today, species. And in Russian we have a word специи, which are actually spices. So not species, but these two words are quite similar with each other, even in English. So I think that's enough for today. Of course, there are much more of these words, but I took the most popular, the most common. So I hope this was interesting for you. Maybe it will help you to avoid some mistakes in the future if you are interested in Russian language. So thank you for watching, and